congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Gets a bit annoying, but
Is this your first baby?
Yeah, it was awful.
When do you do?
in 2 months. 6th or 4th of
Anna
February.
from Poland. Go ahead.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
That's a good question.
Well, that's a good question, yes.
Good question.
I can see a bit of a stereotype in this movie when it comes to gender roles. So the guy is this tough, a little bit rough, but genuinely nice guy, and the woman is an evil witch. And it often happens in fairy tales, movies. Women are either witches or evil stepmothers or evil queens.
Yes, a big question you're positing there. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. When we were working on this, I went back to the novel. It's based on a middle grade novel, and in it, the hero of the story is a 13-year-old boy. It's a 13-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl, and the characters are much. I don't know. They're pretty complicated, and they are. You know, they're definitely fairy story. You know, characters. In this instance, I think we tried to make them as extreme as we could. I mean, you know, it's definitely fantasy. It's definitely a fairy tale, but also try to root them in some kind of a story. So, in my case, my character is someone who feels very rejected personally and also very marginalized societally. You know, so that's sort of that's the root of her rage.
Having said that, what I said before, there must be a certain pleasure into playing an evil character, because you can go full on.
Fun. I mean, she's unambiguously bad, you know, I mean, she really, but also it's a point of view. I mean, so that's the other thing that the movie posits. It's like, well, what is good and evil? And isn't it subjective? I mean, because she would say that she's just doing what she thinks is right for her people, and it's about revenge because they've been so, you know, so sidelined for so long. So, you know, and even with the young witch, you know, she's like, well, we're not all one thing, and we have a reason for this, that, and the other, you know.
When you choose your roles, you make it a perfect mixture between the blockbuster films and the art house films and the drama and the comedy. And I think you do it so well that I don't think anyone does it as well as you do. And then you get the appreciation of the critics, and you're well known with the audience. I wonder what's your idea, like how do you see your job and how do you make your choices?
Well, it's not as complicated as you think, you know. I mean, it really is often what I do is informed by what I've done previously. So if I've worked on something that's really tragic, I might want to do something comic. If I've worked on something that's really small, I sort of think, oh, I'd like to do something with a bigger budget. There are practical concerns too. There's some movies where you make a living and there's some where you don't, you know, so you just sort of mix it up. But a lot of it is really just sort of choosing among the things that are offered to you. So we have, you know, really less control than you think.
I can't imagine you don't have a choice.
Well, you know, you do and you don't. I mean, you have a, but it's not. It's not. There's not as much structure to it as you'd think. It's kind of like, okay, you know.
I read somewhere that you choose projects that are practical for you as a parent. What does this mean?
Well, it means can I get there, and I mean, this will be interesting for you, actually. Yeah. I mean, I have kids that go to school in New York City, so if I'm doing a movie, I try to shoot it here. If I have to travel, I try to travel in the summertime when they can come with me or they're going to be at summer camp or something. And then if I have to go away, I board it into these little chunks, so I take quick trips and go back and forth. So that's
perfect
what I
movies
do.
for you are the ones made in New York.
Yes, those are the perfect ones. Yeah.
You have 4 Oscar nominations, and this year everyone's been saying that, you know, this is your year.
Thanks, nice of you. Thank you.
So I wonder, after getting so many Oscar nominations, do you still get like a rush when
oh my gosh, yes.
Do you get nervous? Do you get stressed?
To even be in the conversation at the end of the year and people are talking about movies that they've liked, it's such an honor. It's so exciting. It's so wonderful. It's very, very exciting.
And when the gala comes?
You know, I can't even go there. Yeah.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. I'm
you.
sure it's going to be your year.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much. Good luck with your
Thank
baby.
you very